DocuEntre fam, welcome back to the vlog. Beautiful day here in St. Louis, and I'm excited for a couple reasons. So talked about making some big changes in the business and my personal life and all that good stuff, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty in a little bit. But right now I'm on the road getting ready to meet with a friend so we can go do lunch to some place I've never been to before. So it's like a ramen spot or something like that, so I'm looking forward to it. And so I have to pay attention to the road, so let's get to it. So I'm back at home. Things didn't quite go the way that I wanted to, but it's actually the next day, 6 o'clock, time for me to get on a conference call that I have going on, so I got to do that right now, but we'll talk later. And oh my gosh, if you watch Game of Thrones, I hate Cersei Lannister. I just want to publicly state I hate Cersei Lannister, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. I got to do this thing. Yeah. Oh, I'm just marvelous. How are you?
Loving me was all you tried when you were around. I've been told too many times now. Yeah, loving me was all you tried when you were around. I've been told too many times now.
Okay, bye. Man, so that was amazing. So one of the things that I super appreciate is just the whole thing of mastermind groups. So let me get the better lighting, because this is just my lighting for the room. So yeah, let's go to some good lighting. Okay, so I got that yellow light off now, so the hue should be very different in my regular softbox light on, so hopefully this looks A+. So just finished a conference call, so super pumped about that. So I started a mastermind group. Man, it had to be probably close to like 6 months or more ago, and just has been really super impactful, and just it's really nice to have people that are on the same path as you and working towards the same goals as you. Just able to talk through the different challenges that you're having, or what your goals are, your mindset, even personal life. So it's not all business, but even like your personal life issues and things like that. And so I've loved having that. So if you're not in a mastermind group, I highly recommend doing so, or getting involved in one. One of the things I wanted to talk about, I had been considering moving, and really highly considering it, and not just like moving to, a different location or whatever, as far as like, apartment or home, but moving cities. And so the idea came to just try something new, something more refreshing. For a while now, St. Louis has been feeling a little stale for me, and I've just really been wanting to do something different. And you're like 19, 20, you up and go in a minute, doesn't matter. Now it kind of does. So now it kind of means, but hold that thought. I want to show you something. So 1 minute. Okay, so this is a book called Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much, and it is by Ann Wilson Schaaf. And so based on the date, you go to whatever specific challenge or whatever that you're dealing with, based off of whatever topic is, or the date. And so just to keep it easy, I just wanted to see what it said. And so that day being May 3rd specifically, or May 4th, excuse me, it talks about living in the present. And it starts off with a quote. It says by Anonymous. It says, "Yesterday is a council check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is cash in hand. Spend it wisely." And it says, "What a challenge to live in the present. We are often so busy killing the present moment with worries about tomorrow or regrets about yesterday that we kill our todays. Ironically, all we can really do is be in the present." It speaks a little bit more on that. And then the next day after that, it talked a lot about the same thing. And I was just thinking, like, man, am I making the decision to uproot and plant and pluck myself away from where I've been planted to be here in St. Louis, and where I'm supposed to be working and nurturing and cultivating this space here? Or am I able and free to really move to wherever I want to? And that being a completely new city, completely new state, completely changing the whole scenery and scenario. And it was all good up until I started looking for a place to live. And it's just like the dynamics of the city that I was considering, just not quite what I want it to be. You know, it's just like, so still some gray area there. So maybe talk about that a little bit later. And then it's just like, well, dag, how do I uproot my business, uproot my home, and just like my office space and living space and all that good stuff? So I'd be downsizing, paying more for receiving less. You know, I love to hear my brother Sean Cannell talk about, got some trips coming up. Got that from when I went to the VIP last year in Las Vegas, so more on that. But it's just like, talks about that like the world needs leaders. It needs more leaders. And one of the things that I know just even me and some of my classmates have talked about is needing more leaders in St. Louis. And that if more of us continue to leave, the leadership continues to leave, and then the city just kind of runs amok. And it has to take somebody that's willing to stick and stay and invest and cultivate and do the work to grow and to cultivate where you've been planted. And so that kind of pricked on my heart. And so I'm just really kind of considering that. So I don't know if you've ever moved cities like this stage or space in your life. It's like, how did you go about making that decision? So that's something I've been thinking about. But then too, it's just like, considering that, you know, this may not happen, it's just something to consider, and then may travel there and we'll see. But if I don't move, how will I work here? How will I continue to cultivate and kind of just invest here? So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about that, but y'all let me know what you think. But otherwise, we'll see on the next one.